Right, she is a judo brown belt. And
Madison probably knowing this. Pulls guard.
As soon as I even utter the word judo into the atmosphere, the other person on the mat just makes sure we're not going to see any of it. But yeah, Dominka Krzeslak, very, very aggressive with the submissions. And I mean, there accepts a almost nothing sweep there, which is something that I love about Dominika. She's got this great judo, she's got this great top game, but she's very happy the play off of her back as well. Very, very submission hungry. Like I said in her last outing at Enyo 3, picked up a win by 50-50 armbar on that weird night where we had like 3 50-50 armbars. I've never seen a 50-50 armbar in all the years that I've been commentating. Lots of different events in there. I saw 2 or 3 in one night. It was a little bit bizarre. Something in the air.
Maybe they just got inspired by each other.
Yeah, maybe. They're like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I'll go for that.
Yeah. So some nice top pressure there being done by Madison. There was a little bit of a overcommitment there, which nearly had her swept, but she's brought it back.
Yeah, strong position here. She tries to wear down Dominika in this half guard position into 3/4 mount here. Really taking her time, and that's exactly what you should be doing as you try and pass into the mount here, is just understanding you're in a dominant position and your opponent should be playing at your pace, not the other way around. Really take your time here and just cook your opponent.
Yeah, here comes the foot on that outer side. Just slowly trying to pry the legs away. There's no reason here for Madison to really rush this. She's in a great position.
And you can see a beautiful position there that Madison put her into, where she was Dominika into, where she had that arm raised. But as she completes that, the timing of Dominka Krzeslak just beautifully done to hit a reversal and finds herself on top inside of the closed guard. Not quite a normal closed guard. You can see Madison is still sort of around the side here. She has the arm across, so Dominika pulls that right arm out, and now she secures herself on top position here.
Dominika did a really good job there of slowly inching that elbow towards the hip, which allowed her the space. But Madison here, she's looking
could see a sit-up sweep maybe. Oh, I love me a sit-up sweep into a triangle maybe. Oh, into the Kimura.
Classic.
Controversial. I prefer the triangle from there personally. Oh, there is the triangle. She's done both. Okay, you've won me back, Madison. This is a great position here. I mean, this triangle Kimura position means that if she feels like the Kimura isn't on, she can switch and look to attack the triangle. Personally, I think in this position, and knowing how strong and physical Dominika is, I'm going to be looking to switch to the triangle here. And she may have heard me as she switches, and Dominika immediately passes, so don't blame me, Madison.
Girls are incredibly strong in this position, and Dominika did a great job again there. She's brought her hands through that hip line, and I mean, I would usually turn with it, but she kind of exploded and turned to the side, turned Madison to the side really well.
Dominika looking to sit back once again. This time, however, it looks like she was sitting back for a leg lock. So far, this match is certainly delivering in terms of the excitement. And the traffic is pretty much all one way in terms of Madison Murphy. Dominika wrestling up here. Back take attempt here by Madison. You know, one thing that we saw in Dominika's match against Danielle Tai is how scrappy she can be. You know, that was an absolute barn burner for 10 minutes. No quitting her whatsoever.
Madison doing a great job of controlling this position, and I really like how she's, you know, nice and patient, and you know, trying to set up some grips and trying to gain sort of further dominance. And
now the sit-up sweep attempt here, I think.
Is she gonna?
The thing is, the thing that Dominika is doing, because Madison is playing a fantastic game here. She's been in some great positions. She's got close to passes. She's got close to mount. She's got close to back. And the problem is that every time she gets close to this super dominant position, Dominika's timing on the reversals is just spot on. So we've seen a couple of times now what looked to be a really dangerous position, and suddenly Dominika's done exactly what she needs to when she needs to and has negated the position entirely. It's still one-way traffic from Madison, but there's also half the round to go, just under 5 minutes now.
And having a strategy like Dominika's, you could predict that Dominika's gas tank is probably a little bit more full than Madison's. But
well, yeah, you've got to be, certainly in terms of the output, Dominika is seen to be picking her moments carefully, whereas Madison Murphy's been all aggression so far. The question is, can Dominika get back into this match? Can she get a guard pass from here? Can she start to throw up some submission attempts of her own? Another armbar possibly here. Angle is very, very nice. Again, Dominika strips the elbow out. Another sit-up sweep attempt here. And this time, Dominika just a little bit too quick on this, dragging her back down to the mat. And that was a nice combination here. Of course, a sit-up sweep can only be done if the opponent's sitting with their weight quite far backwards. And, of course, a lot of the other attacks is when you have the opponent forward and their posture broken. And what Madison Murphy's doing really nice here is she's combining the two. She's sitting up, forcing Dominika to come forward, and then as she comes forward, she's using that to try and get into these, possibly angle cuts and bringing the elbow across the body in order to tap the armbar. It's really nice work.
Yeah, I really like it. It's like, the dynamic sort of closed guard. It's, closed guard can be exciting.
It can be. It's much easier to be exciting in the gi,
yeah.
It's so much harder in no gi. And a back take attempt here from Madison Murphy, and I think we're going to see it. Dominika's sacrificing the back a little bit to attack a toe hold or twisting footlock. and it actually looks pretty tight here. It's certainly the first submission attempt that Dominika's had. Just for a second there.
Nearly coming up into the leg drag, but Madison just managing to keep her body over to the side. Looks like the referee is standing them up. I was going to say it was going to be very difficult to reset them in a what would be a fair position.
And no surprise there, another very quick pull by Murphy. Two and a half minutes left in this match. Our final match on our prelim card here tonight. We have 6 exciting matches in our main card.
That was a lovely step over.
Armbar attempt in. Oh, beautiful armbar there. Wow. And she might switch to a triangle here.
Just missed it.
I mean, that for my money was actually the best submission of the match so far, even though it was just for a second.
Again, it was very well timed, like you were just explaining with the Dominika. She just slid straight through the guard, and it was just there. But Madison again, showing this top pressure from the top half guard, and really you can make yourself very, very heavy from this position, and the way that her hips are turned as well. I can imagine this a pretty horrible spot to be in for Dominika right now.
And look, there's not that much time on the clock, but I imagine if Madison was able to get to, say, she passes the mount, she passes the side, I expect that's when we're going to see a big explosive hip bump, but when the timing's absolutely perfect, and we're going to see another reversal from Dominika. Trying to pin the forearm there with the knee and with the shin. I can't see if she's working on far side attacks here, possibly looking to set up a Kimura. I mean, Madison Murphy has certainly been the positionally dominant of the two in this match, but in terms of deep submission attempts,
this is really nice, switching to like a knee slide position, and this is a great strategy if you want to.
Exactly what I said. When she's almost past the position, we see the explosion there from Dominika.
Yeah, she's very good at that.
And Madison Murphy continuing to attack the entire time. She's got exposure on an elbow here with the underhook, and she's going to try and do something with it, but unable. Another attempt of a sit-up sweep, but is powered through by Krzeslak. This is a really close match by our scoring criteria. I'm not sure which way this will go. Another Kimura attempt here. And I mean, if she can free this hand in the last 5 seconds of this match, this could be a deciding factor.
And that was what a great match from both ladies.
Absolutely. Fantastic match. A great performance by Madison Murphy, you've got to say. Kreslak, for the majority of the match, only able to do impressive but only defensive work, was able to get a couple of submission attempts at a twisting footlock for a couple of seconds, and then one straight armbar that looked to be, for my money, the closest to a match-ending submission of the night. I'm not sure if it was enough to counteract the general dominance and multiple submission attempts by Madison Murphy, but luckily it's not my job to decide, Vanessa. We'll let the referees, the judges do that.
And here we go, so much action to talk about here in this match. Madison pulled guard straight away, as you'd probably expect, fighting a brown belt judo. Here's lots of hip bump sweeps to tie into different submissions. Excellent control work there again. And as we were saying, you know, just some excellent timing from Dominika. Just every time Madison would nearly get to a very dominant position, Dominika was straight out there. Fantastic work from both, and you know, different strategies. It was very enjoyable.
And it's a split decision in favor of your winner. From the blue corner, Madison Murphy.
A split decision there, just to show how close it was, but I do believe the rightful winner did get the victory there. A great performance by both ladies, with Madison Murphy taking home